This one's very similar, but it's completely like in a different format, different layout. It frees you up to just keep going, whether you think you're getting stuck or not. So let's do this. So in life and in sales, you may run into challenges, you may run into roadblocks. Most people do. We have these things that happen in life, in sales. Things happen in life. Completely random, usually, not really. So when things like this happen, like you heard, think about it. That's what happened right here. When things like this happen, we get triggered. We then start to tell ourselves a story or an interpretation or an assumption kicks in, that column you saw, about what just happened. And then you start to react. But if you tell yourself a story long enough, if you tell yourself something long enough, what does it become? It becomes a what?
Belief.
Belief. Becomes a belief. In reference to time, all of our beliefs come from where?
Our experience.
Past experience.
They come from your past. So if you're in your story or in your beliefs, you're not really present, are you? Because what happens is when you get triggered and something happens, the story kicks in because at some point in the past it happened to you before. So you've got this preset ideas about you got this limited set of possibilities that your beliefs will give you that are available for you. And it's like just a set amount where the universe is vast and abundant and there's all kinds of possibilities always available to you. And your beliefs, your opinions, your assumptions, all this stuff, there's limited possibility for you. But when this happens and you start, the story kicks in, it becomes a belief, you start interacting with your past in your head about what's already happened to you in life, in sales. Your past kicks in, which then begins to predict your what?
Your future.
Once that happens, you go on automatic reaction. Remember the other column, your reactions? You go on auto reaction. Once you're on automatic reaction, it's really hard to get out of that. You have to break the pattern. But when you're in automatic reaction, you're then, if this happens again, I need to think about it, you're going to be in complete resistance to it the next time you hear it. Aren't you? Are you not? Instead of letting it flow, you'll come back around to it. Again, it'll happen, and you'll be in complete resistance to it instead of letting it flow. What's causing the reaction? Is it the thing that happened?
Oh, it's the story and everything else that you told yourself.
Right? This happens in relationship too, by the way. This is not random. I'm applying this to sales, but this is relationship stuff too. Sales is relationship. If you haven't figured that part out yet, your entire existence is relationship with the universe. But relationship, it happens. The belief kicks in, right? And the longer we do this for, some people are doing this all their lives. The thing happens, the story kicks in, and boom, they go from here to here. Lightning quick. The mind's like a computer. It's like this. The more it happens, the longer we go, the quicker you go from here to here. You just skip all this. The longer in life you don't break these patterns, you go from here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here, and all of a sudden you're just doing this. Anybody ever felt like this?
Yeah.
Yep.
Anybody ever felt like this?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've had bad days.
Sometimes people go for years like this, their entire lives. You got to break it. Because down here, it's the same stuff. It's your beliefs. See, you don't want to give these up, do you? For the most part. Most people are really cemented in their beliefs. And every time you go around this circle, this gets stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And all of a sudden, you're in your 60s, 70s, 80s, and all you have is this.
Huh.
Make sense?
Yeah.
This is all the stuff from before. Being right. Control. This is what's available for you down here, by the way, are these things. It's familiar. Aren't your beliefs familiar to you?
Yep.
They're safe and comfortable. There's all kinds of stuff, but this is what's limitedly available for you down here. What if you could get off this? Say you hear, I need to think about it, and you're like, you're present to it. You're going to break this. Now that we've had that role play, none of you that hear I need to think about it on your sales calls should have a reaction to it. You may initially, and then you may catch yourself, but there's different ways to apply this. It's not just about, I heard I got to think about it. If it happens again, what if you can just kind of get off of it? Stop and get off. If you stopped and got off this cycle, you'd no longer be in your past, would you? Because down here, what happens is this. When you're in, like when this happens, all the feelings and experiences and like all the things from your past all start to kick up. That's what you end up interacting with, and you're never actually present. So if you stop this cycle and get off, you're actually going to be present, and you'll be listening. So the thing is this is where your vision is really important. You can become present to your vision and your goals, because they become more important to you than this stuff. You can then make a new choice that's in accordance with this stuff rather than this stuff. And then as you were asking, Adele, I think earlier about creative flow state.
Yeah.
If you're present to your vision, what can you then do? You can make a new choice.
Yeah.
You can be creative. Was that not creative what I did with you there?
Yeah.
Wasn't some automatic I gotta think about it. Well, you gotta think about it. It's no brainer. No, go ahead and think about it. I'll be creative. I'm like, slow this down. Take the control back. Give them what they want. Agree, isolate, overcome. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Agree. It's what I did, but I was doing this. I agreed. I gave you what you wanted. Agreed to give you more time. I didn't say how much time I was going to give you before I went at it again. Did I? I'll give you some time to think about it. I'll give you, in my head, I'm going to give you about 45 seconds to think about it. And then I'm going to ask you again. I'm going to be really nice. I'm going to have you come closer. I'm going to have you come closer. And I'm like, and by the way, so I know on our next call, what were you not clear about? Got it. You know what? I've got the answers right here for that. We don't even have to wait. I don't have to say it. No, we don't have to wait for the next call. If you're not reacting, what are you doing?
Responding.
When you do that, and then this happens again, you're starting a new pattern. The more you can stay up here and be creative and be present and respond because you're listening and delivering value at all times, always delivering value. Give it away, give it away, give it away. Don't worry about if you're withholding information. Withholding information, not going to get you a whole lot unless you share it. The value has to do with what they find valuable, not you. The only way you can find out what's valuable to them is to ask them. But with being up here, there's a lot more available for you in life and in money and in sales and in this program. I'm going to do a couple of them, and I want you to kind of shout out some that would be, these are like your whys, by the way. These are going to be your whys. So for me, one of the reasons I do this kind of stuff is I want people to, because it's all in the head, right? We said that. I want people to experience freedom. I find that this stuff tends to free people up. What else is available for you up here? Being in a, this is, by the way, this is your flow state right here. This right here, this is the flow state.
Prosperity.
Prosperity, I love it. What else? Shout them out.
Happiness.
Yeah.
Growth.
Who said growth?
I did.
Emily.
This whole thing is growth. On the money. This is not. This is maintenance. You're just maintaining what you have, where you're at, with nothing new, not growing. This, growth. Only all the time is this, growth. Nice one on that. What else is available for you? How about this?
That's a good one.
If this were like a relationship type of model, what would be available for you up here in a relationship? Like with a significant other, what would be available for you?
Love.
I'm going to leave it at that. You see how this is not just about sales? And you can use it for sales. I want you guys to start noticing your patterns so that you can break them and create new ones that are congruent with being a successful entrepreneur. And in this system, because you guys need to kill it. Your life depends on it. And sort of. A couple questions about this. Which one of these is safe? Top or bottom?
Well, the bottom one is
Bottom.
Safe, right?
yeah.
It's because we're what we used to. It's out of the norm. Way out of the norm.
This is not. This is the norm.
Yes.
So up here would require you to take a what?
A risk.
Boom.
The risk.
Reprogramming your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot what we're doing. Exactly. Yeah. We're actually washing your brain. It's got a lot of dirty stuff in it. We're just gonna clean it out and give you a new operating system. Which one of these is being a victim?
One
Bottom.
So then what's the top one? Accountability, right?
Accountability. Oh yeah, accountability. Yeah.
Yeah, you're being accountable for everything that's showing up in front of you. The universe is putting stuff in front of you. And you're just like, I got it. I got it. Oh, here's another one. Oh, I got it. I'm doing the best I can with it. 4 agreements. I'm doing the best with whatever shows up. Not worrying about exactly what it looks like. There is no way for you to know what the best thing for you is. There's only what's appropriate for you, what gets put in front of you. The next thing you need to learn in order to have the thing is that you say you want. The universe is only going to put in front of you what's appropriate for you to go through or navigate in order to get to the other side, which is what you want on the other side. As soon as you ask for something big, all the stuff's going to be put in front of you that you have to figure out in order to get there. That's why a lot of people get discouraged. What do you guys think about this?
Good stuff. Thank you.
Oh,
Yes, definitely.
Right on the money.
Is this helping?
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
You see how it's the same thing over and over and over again?
Yeah.
Not complicated stuff. yet we like to make it complicated. We love doing that as human beings. Tell me what you guys are getting out of this. I'd love to hear some feedback, observations, ahas, whatever it might be.
Yeah, I mean, I love how you're applying this to sales because I would never have thought of it like that, you know, as far as selling. I like that a lot.
Basically, I mean, in all honesty, it's a totally different approach from, you know what? I mean, I've read a lot of sales books, Grant Cardone. I've read a lot of sales, you know, be obsessed or average or be average, and I know about his 10x rule and everything. I read a lot of Think and Grow Rich. This is more along the lines of that. It's honestly along the lines of, it's kind of like this, a unveiling almost of Think and Grow Rich, because they talk about an envelope, and you just got the top and the bottom. You know, one has the key to prosperity, and the other envelope has the key to despair, and it's up to you which one you want to open.
That's a great observation. It's a great observation. Josh, you got a big old grin on your face.
No, I liked how Zaire brought up the Napoleon Hill book, just because there was, you know, it was talked a lot during the CDs, and it's, yeah, all this, just the mentality that we have to have, a mentality of being adaptive and being present, like, and really not just being so stuck in these beliefs that we have, like that put it in these circles and everything. I like how you graph that out. It's really what it is. It's a feedback loop.
This is a hamster wheel, by the way. This is what people call the hamster wheel? Or this way, right? This is the hamster wheel of life people get into. Where they get stuck down here. This is your next tool on how to stay unstuck when you get stuck, is this thing. Because this is where people get stuck, is down here. This is your box. Another representation of your box, is it not?
Yeah, it's a cycle. That's forever ingrained in my mind.